Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, this is a recap of everything that happened on the third episode of My Beautiful Life. That is Beauty's reality TV show. Yes, guys. So this episode started with a conversation between Beauty's friends, that is Modella and Ini. Yes, I think that's her name, who is also her friend, who she met at an occasion and loved her dress. And we all know how she met Modella, right? In the Big Brother house. And, they were gisting, they were, sitting in her sitting room and they were gisting. So Ini was narrating a story about how someone, that took her out on a date robbed her. It's kind of, the kind of story, the kind of experience that Bella had. Remember when Bella, also narrated something as, similar to that? Yes, guys. And, that was the conversation they had. And they also talked about Beauty's love life, when Beauty was like, she's single, and they were like, really? Are you really sure? I mean, what about, the roses you posted on Valentine's Day? That picture she posted, and she was like, she just used it because it was good for aesthetics and all that, and they were still very skeptical about that. Well, Beauty says she is single but unavailable. Yes, she's not single and ready to mingle. She's not single and searching. She's actually very much unavailable. Yes, guys. So that was it. Then she informed them that they were going to have a galentine, which is it a galentine that they called it? Yes, it's like a movie date, that her brand that she's representing, Beauty by AD, is organizing for her and her friends. And Modella and the other of her friends were trying to know, okay, is it your CEO is bringing her own people and you're bringing your own people? And she said no, that it was specifically for her, and her people. And they were like, okay, is it like us, or there are other, extended friends? She said no, that is like her circle. So apparently she has like a circle, of people that are her people, her friends. Now, after that scene, after the break, we saw them, preparing to go for this, movie date. Yes, guys. Now, Beauty was already having a bad day, right? So she went to the embassy to renew her visa. You all know how it can be in Nigeria going to the embassy. It can be really frustrating. Baby girl was really frustrated. It showed on her face and everything. And already her friends, Modella, Doyin, Ini, and the other ones are already there, waiting for her at the private cinema hall. So she was also waiting for her, the dress she was going to put on. That is, she was waiting for her designer or her stylist, Damola. Yes, guys, I think that guy has a thing for being late for an event. Yes, so later on, Damola came. Beauty was already irritated, but somehow she managed to get over it. So they saw a movie, they were chatting and everything. So I think the people that owned, the movie or the cinema hall, they had other people waiting. So the lady came out, and was packing their things out, and Beauty kind of felt offended, like, okay, even if our time is up and you have other people waiting, there's a way to go about this. You can actually say, okay, how was it? Did you enjoy your movie? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of courtesy kind of stuff. But the lady was not doing that, even though they blurred her face, so we couldn't actually see, what she looks like. Yes, guys. But, later on, the lady came and apologized. But before then, the deed has already been done. Beauty was already pissed. Yes, guys, she was already pissed. And before I even forget, Beauty also was at some point earlier in the day pissed at even the camera crew. You know how Beauty can get when she's angry, right? Yes, guys. So we saw that happen, in this episode. And at some point when they left, the cinema hall, they were at the parking area. One of her friends were kind of pissed at Beauty. She was like, I mean, it's almost like whenever we try to calm you down, you get more pissed. I mean, that's not a lie. Anyway, Beauty was pissed at her. She was pissed at Beauty. Some of their friends, Doyin and the rest kind of try to like mediate between them. Doing was trying to let her know that, okay, this is, this person, this is where this person is coming from, this is where Beauty is coming from, and all that. At the end of the day, Beauty was like, oh, it's all love. But I didn't think that the lady, that her friend was actually cool. Even Beauty said, because even now, all their, after their, kiss, bye-bye, hugs and everything, the looks on their faces show that, okay, there's still some animosity going on here. We can smell it. Yes, guys. And then the way Beauty banged the door of her car, I'm like, okay, this is a drama I've been looking for. Yes, guys. Like, this episode was, very interesting. Trust me, guys. Beauty was getting all glammed up. She had, that event, that they did. I think I saw pictures of that event. Yes, guys. So there was a misunderstanding. So Modella called Beauty and told Beauty that, okay, I'll see you. Doing is not happy because now I'm going to this event with you. So apparently Brian and another person was also going to this event, and I think Doing heard of it and was like, okay, Beauty bought tickets for them and never bought for her, and that was what Modella was telling Beauty. Now Beauty was like, you know what, I'm going to deal with this straight on. So she called Doyin and told Doyin about it, and Doyin said, Modella actually told me that you bought tickets. And Beauty was like, no, I did not buy any tickets. It was just something that came up. And I said, okay, fine. Modella can come along and all that. It was not like, okay, I bought tickets for that. And after she ended the call, she also called Modella, and Modella said that she never said that Beauty bought the tickets, and there was kind of like a misunderstanding and miscommunication somewhere. And Beauty was like, you know what, later we are going to trash this out. Then there was also the problem of the, stylist. Once again, the Damola guy was nowhere to be found. Beauty called him, and he was like, oh, he's on the way. Oh, he's coming. How many hours this guy was, a no-show. Even the people that were doing her hair and her makeup was like, you know what, they are done. And apparently, according to what Beauty said, this guy, made her not to attend this event. That's the event last year. And this year, he's almost costing her that invitation once again. Now, Modella and some of her other friends that she was to go with already was there waiting for her. It was just Beauty's dress that was not ready. Then I think they sent the dress through another person, but Beauty did not really like the dress. The one she later wore, she felt like it was too tight and she could not breathe. Later, the Damola guy came, he knelt down, he begged. You know how these people can be. Then Beauty was like, you know what, at that point, all the anger she had kind of like flew away. She forgave him because the guy has a way of being funny. Then the guy, helped her, fit into her dress, even though the dress is tight, even though it's, it made her not to breathe properly. But I mean, it was given. So she went for the event, they had fun. Later on, they had a second place they had to go to. Doing joined them, and later on they went to a restaurant to eat, so that was where they trashed the issue. And Doing was like, you know what, it's not an issue, like, okay, she understands and all that. So they trashed it. And then the lady that was like waiting on them, at that moment, I think Beauty was interested in her, to make her her PA. And unfortunately, the lady is actually a student. And Beauty was like, if she was not a student, she would have probably given her the job if she was qualified, that she's like a spontaneous person. So that was it. And after that, Beauty asked them, to pack up the food for her. I think they wanted to pack it at the back, and she was like, no, she wants her food to be packed to go in her presence because she has had, some incidents of food poisoning in the past, and she doesn't want to like risk that anymore. So after that, they all went into their various cars, and Beauty came home, and that was the end of today's episode. Now, what do I think? Honestly, I think this episode was actually better than the first and the second. Now we are getting to meet Beauty's friends that are not just Big Brother friends, which is actually good. This is what I've always wanted. At least we are moving from the whole Big Brother thing, and we are moving to see Beauty when she's pissed. Like, seeing Beauty pissed, I'm not actually surprised because this is the Beauty I saw in the Big Brother house. Now you can see that, she was actually herself in the house. Yeah, it was just the whole intoxication and everything that happened. Beauty is that person that is very vocal and can be easily irritated by stuff. And we saw that is the reality that we saw. Yes, guys, we saw her mingle with people. We saw her reactions and all that. It's still giving a little bit of that generic, DSTV, Big Brother reality shows, Big Brother ex-housemate reality shows kind of thing. It's still giving that, but I mean, it's better than what we saw, last 2 weeks. And I give her kudos for that. Honestly, I actually did enjoy this episode more than the last 2 episodes. So for this episode, I think I'll be giving her an 8 or 8.5. No, 8. Let's leave it at 8. I mean, I'm not generous with my marks, but honestly, I did honestly enjoy this. Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? I think the funniest part for me was when Demola came and knelt down. That guy is a very funny character. Like, I don't know why these people that have all this, that are working with their hands, you know what I mean? Why they always act that way. But all in all, it was a very interesting episode. Yes, guys, on that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to every one of you for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezine Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.